Ho ho ho! Part 7 of Case 5. I think we might be getting to the end. Now... I think it might have been Friday, but either which way... I was really confused as to what to do. Yeah, although, what is law, what is justice? The videotapes testimony is what I'm trying to see, right? Maybe that was the right one. Nope.
That one right.
Yeah. So... Oh, did I forget to save right before? Let's see. I definitely did this part. Alright, well, we're not actually that far from where we stopped, and I think you were a bit tired, too,
I'm
so...
so tired, I don't remember.
So we are going to use the trump card. There's no limit to the law. I already read this last time, so I'm just letting you read it. So apparently these two pieces of evidence would be illegal evidence since they were given to him by the Yatagarasu. Which is why he's wondering, what is the law? What's the purpose of it? Could we break this kind of barrier? That kind of thing. Also, why does he look like a log? Yeah. Okay, yeah, so this is about it. So this is where I got stumped. This is the section that proves that the card was used to relay an order.
Is it in his hand?
Take that!
As you can see, Mr. Coachen is holding the card in his right hand. Seriously? That was it?
I think so.
How tired were we?
Very tired. If I had toothpicks, I would have needed them to prop my eyes open.
What? Kitty, get off so I can read that. Kitty! Stop staring at me with those cute eyes. So maybe get a, please.
Come here.
Oh, she's doing it? Yes, good job.
Come here, kitty.
I see. The killer is indeed holding a card with the exact same design on it. But that card and the one you have, just because they look the same doesn't mean that they are, does it now? Ah, but there's a very easy way for me to prove that they are in fact one and the same. All we have to do is simply take a look at this. This dark red blood, yes, this is your proof. Proof that the orders on this card were played out in that terrible tragedy. The blood belonged to the victim of the KG-8 incident. With a bit of DNA testing, we can easily verify that as a fact. If you have no objections, then I'd like for you to take a look at this next piece of footage. This car that passed by in front of the victim's apartment building. It's an official Cadopian government car. What? Detective Gumshoe, if you could please magnify the footage. This area of the footage directly links the smuggling ring with Cadopia. Is it this? Is that like a Cadopian badge?
Over? This is only what we got.
Just only this. I would assume it's gotta be this.
The Ethiopian flag.
Yeah, I think that's the flag. And of course it's not. You must be very tired, Mr. Edgeworth. Or maybe it's the fact that the trump card is in that... yeah. Like he's in the car that had the Cadopian flag.
Take that!
There we go. The shape of this pocket and the directives card in it, it tells us without a doubt this person in this car is Mr. Coachen. The license plate on the car was also captured by the security camera, and with it we can easily find out who was sitting in this car on that day 10 years ago. Which is why I can say with confidence that you were in the car on that day, which I think is what it says, but I have the writing in this car. There we go. Ha! Ha 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 ha.
Oh, it isn't her too, is it?
If that's Calisto you, that'd be hilarious. Uh-oh. Here comes the second form. You've done well, boy, to make it this far. However, about your claim that I was riding in the car at the time, that's going to be mighty difficult to prove. How so? The Principality of Cadopia no longer exists. So naturally, all records from that time period also no longer exist. That arrogance, what he really means is he's already erased all traces of them. Are we finished here, boy? The only weapon I have left to me now is this piece of footage. There must be something here that I can use against him. Maybe this? That's one of his badges. What the? Yeah, I thought he was being obvious. Ambassador Alba. Yes, what is it? You were once an army man in the service of Cadopia, and it was you who made the many missions you participated in successes, correct? Why the sudden backhanded praises, boy? Although, to be sure, the brilliant medals on my breast were awarded to me during the era of Cadopia. But now I am the only one who wears this particular medal. Thank you for telling me that. In that case, the only person who could be who was sitting in this car is you. How do you figure that? By the medal captured here in this footage, it is clearly the same medal as the one on your chest. What? Is he so old that his skin's breaking? This is how it will be, but I won't look back. For this is the path that I have chosen. Ha 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 ha. You've moved me with your devotion to this case, Mr. Edgeworth. Why is he taking such an arrogant stance with me? It's almost looking possible, isn't it? For the lot of you to have come this far, it looks like I just might lose our little game this time. You might lose the game this time? You don't get another round, Mr. Ambassador. Is that a fact? Very well, I've decided to confess and admit my guilt. You're going to confess, and I will accept whatever punishment that may come as a result. What the? Regarding the Damask, the second murder, I admit it. I did it out of self-defense. You're claiming it was justified self-defense. Damask II attacked me and I felt that my life was in danger. If I hadn't done what I did, I might be the one you found dead instead of him. Ha 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 ha, what a pathetic performance. Ha 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 ha, I'm not giving you one. Wow, you two really know how to laugh at inappropriate times! If you wish to claim it was justified self-defense, then we will need some evidence. It's always the evidence with you, isn't it? But if that's what you require, I'll provide it. The man left a mark on me when he attacked. What? I don't particularly want to show it off, but this is proof that it was in self-defense. I'm an old man, and sometimes I don't pay enough attention when I should. But Amass II didn't have a single weapon on his body. Hold on, it's nothing to get worked up over because I hid the weapon. You hid it? I'm sorry, but as you know, a murder is a murder even if it's in self-defense. And I couldn't let it become public, seeing as how I am an ambassador. This is the weapon you seek, my special bonsai trimming shears. It's covered in blood. He was trembling quite badly during our struggle, but that's when he grabbed the shears that were sitting in my office and attacked. So you see, it was an act of self-defense. Is he right, Mr. Edgeworth? Since he has both a wound and the weapon that caused it, it's enough to declare it so. No way! Oh, which reminds me, I guess there is still one more accusation I need to resolve. Smuggling and counterfeiting. Unfortunately, all of that is my secretary's doing. I had no knowledge it was going on. Stop spewing nonsense. You're trying to throw my investigation under the bus in your desperation. If you want to get real honest, everything in this case can be connected to you. The murder of the Master II was done in self-defense. In my trials, no one escapes this crime alive. Perhaps so if you were my opponent in court. However, there is one very important fact that I think you may have forgotten. And what is that? That's what you mean. Extraterritoriality. That's right. This embassy sits on what is effectively Albastian soil, so any trial that is to be held will be held in Alabast. Therefore, the crime I just admitted to will never be tried in your courts. Agent Lang, what is Interpol's stance on this? Agents investigate, that's our job. The judgment of people who have confessed to their crime, that's the court's job. Ugh. And I've already confessed to all of my crimes, Agent Lang. Furthermore, by the very nature of my position, I have full extraterritorial rights. These rights are effective even on your country's soil. Therefore, no matter where a crime may take place, I will never stand trial in one of your courts. That arrogance in your expression, that's nothing like the face of someone who is ready to accept the consequences. Don't tell me you have your own country's judicial system eating right out of your hands. These crimes you all speak so seriously of, to me this has all been nothing more than a game. You may chase me out of this embassy with your accusations, but it's no big deal. Alabas has numerous other embassies in other countries around the world. All you would accomplish is you would change the backdrop of our little game. These two layers of protection that extraterritoriality, let's see, provides me. It's a little tricky. This is why he is one of those who cannot be brought to court. You see now, don't you? I live in a whole different world than you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go and fetch your eviction papers. Is there nothing we can do? Whoa. Here, I think we're nearing the end, but we're not. I mean, we are nearing the end, but it wasn't as near as I thought.
How long have we been playing?
Well, I can say 46 hours.
Okay, today.
Oh, I don't know. Not that long today. I can't believe it, sir. Extraterritoriality. I refuse to believe Gumshoe got that in one go. Extraterritoriality. Extraterritoriality. Sure. Yes, and there's nothing we can really do about it. In the end, we didn't have enough authority to bring him to justice. I can't believe that even though we know he's the boss, we can't lay a finger on him. I know. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, sorry to skip out on you, but I've got some business to take care of. If we can't even give an evil guy like him a slap on the wrist, then what the heck were the laws created for? What good are they? If the law can't help us, then I'll go as the Yatagarasu and take care of this myself. Don't you dare. Mr. Edgeworth? Sorry, that was a bit too harsh. I know how you feel, sir. We're trying to take on an ambassador, after all. And he did tell us earlier to get out of the theater. This is kind of their country, I guess. But I feel like I've been slapped across the face for just doing my job. What am I going to do? Should I retreat for now, or formulate a better plan of attack? Come on, everyone, we can't give up yet. Okay. I want you to think about something for a sec. We've never let up even for a second, and as long as we don't stop investigating, we might find the rotten treasure hidden here. She's right. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. You're right, Kay. Very well, let us reopen the investigation and see what we find. Come on, Kay. Right behind you. Okay, then I'll go check out Babel a bit more, sir. And I have something that I need to investigate further in Alabast. Now then, before I gather any more information, I should do a bit of housekeeping. Ambassador Alba seemed agitated over something. Wonder why. There are two special circumstances that surround the ambassador. First, the embassy itself has extraterritorial rights. If something happens in Alabastian soil, we are unable to legally prosecute him. Cool, it sounds like embassies are the perfect place to steal whatever you want. And murder Damas II, run a smuggling operation, and make counterfeit bills, apparently.
What?
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff going on. But I thought all the counterfeiting was done by Mr. Coachen in Babel. Yes, he apparently used the embassy's coupon printing press to do it. But it's the same story over there anyway. Babel also has extraterritorial rights. Why is it just adding two syllables makes it so hard? Extraterritorial, extraterritoriality. Yeah, there we go. I got it. Right? Which brings me to my next point, the ambassador's extraterritorial rights. These rights are effective even in our own country. Really? No matter what happens, he can never be tried in our courts. He retains some very special rights indeed. Basically, no matter what wrongs he may commit, we can't bring him to trial here. So I guess we really don't stand a chance, do we? We might stand a chance if we can somehow nullify either one of his special rights. Interesting. Now let's see if any of these add up. Maybe he's agitated about the renovations. Darn. Like, I figured maybe he doesn't want us to research behind that. Hello, and welcome to the Embassy of Babel. I'm sorry, but I don't really need to enter your country at this time. Right now, for a limited time here in the Babelese Embassy, we're offering the very special experience the Terrifying Fire's Ashes Door. So how about it? Shall I sign you up? We're fine, thanks. We have an investigation to run. We approached him, though. Why are we telling him? Sorry, we don't want to... On the orders of Ambassador Alba, no one is allowed into Alabast. But I thought a lady with a whip passed through here not too long ago. She is from Interpol and had the proper paperwork. So while I was reluctant, I had to let her in. Heh, sounds like Franziska, alright. Besides, if I didn't, that whip of hers. Yep, definitely Franziska. This was taken just before the two ambassadors gave their bouquets to the Steel Samurai. Wait, is it just my imagination? Or is there something in this picture that I've seen before? Let's see. I don't know, so let's start looking, I guess. Mr. Palaeno has a really great smile, don't you think? I bet he was really happy that they were going to become Kadopia again. Perhaps. But instead he became the greatest victim in today's case. An ambassador like him who is always thinking of his country is really to be admired. Yeah, although this happened, I hope they'll be able to reunite the country someday. I hope so as well, but for that to happen, we need to solve this case first. We need to see to it that those who would harm the new Cadopia are locked away. And we will. It appears to be a bouquet of Persian cyclamens and roses. Wow, you even know the exact species. I never would have figured you for an expert on flowers. It's all because of those flowers that old lady sends me every month. Just look at me. I look like some sort of botanist. So, what exactly is this yellow flower here? That one. I'm not sure. What? You don't know? As far as I can recall, I've never seen a flower like this before. But I feel as though I've seen this shape somewhere before. It's on the flag, I believe. That's the one, right? Yeah, I believe that's it.
Eureka!
Could this piece of evidence be related to this photo somehow? Oh, well... Nope, I don't think it's related at all. Oh dear. Huh, are you still here? Are you still trying to force me to admit? You people have no reason to still be here. Now please leave. I'm afraid I can't do that. Hey, if you won't leave on your own, I will have no choice but to force you out.
Why is he getting so sassy all of a sudden?
Because now he's done pretending to be an old man. Now he's just an old man who can walk. Very interesting that this has so many different ending scenes depending on when you fail. I don't believe we'll be meeting again, however. I will pray for your success. Heh 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 heh. We're not through here yet. Ha 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 ha.
Is he Cece's dad? Or Calisto's?
He is Callisto's dad. Each one ends with truth's lost for all eternity, though. So, what did I possibly mess up? The counterfeit plate used to make counterfeit Zangpa bills. It's incredibly detailed and even includes a phoenix taking off into the sky. With plates as finely crafted as these, no wonder the fakes are so hard to spot. I can't believe he was pretending to be a harmless old grandpa. Talk about deceptive. I don't suppose anyone expected him to change that drastically. I bet he's thinking of something evil behind that cheery smile. Okay, please try to remain calm and focused on the here and now. Yeah, you're right. Sorry I got all worked up there. Well, the only way we're going to be able to steal the truth is if we keep on investigating. There's that troublemaker standing there right smack in the center, making two peace signs. Wow, the Steel Samurai stands out even more than the two ambassadors in this picture. Oh hey, the person playing the Steel Samurai is one of your friends, right? No, I have no idea who he is. Wait, but you just said he, you know which gender he was, so you must know him, right? I beg that you please refrain from talking about that person with me ever again. It seems that lilies are at the center of this bouquet, with an accent of chamomile. Wow, I can totally smell the wonderful fragrance. Okay, this is just a picture. Look, I know that. But it's nice to imagine things once in a while, you know? Where's your sense of empathy? If you can smell the fragrance of flowers from a photo, it's more like a hallucination. You don't have to be mean about it. Now, let's just drop this before it's in full bloom. So let me see again what we say about that. I feel as though I've seen this shape somewhere before. Is there something else that we were supposed to look at, though? These flowers were sent by Global Studios. Global Studios? That's where they filmed the Steel Samurai television show. They have been producing hit after hit, so the studio is being remodeled. Oh, I read about that in the papers the other day. That mascot of theirs is also getting a facelift too, right? What's its name? You mean Mrs. Monkey? Yeah, I thought it was something like that. You really have a great memory. Never underestimate my powers of recollection. Flowers were sent by a variety of people and businesses to celebrate the Goodwill event. Even the Steel Samurai received some flowers from the ambassadors. There are so many bouquets here, it's like a wedding ceremony. I believe the flowers for those are for a slightly different reason. What do you mean? This event was supposed to be like a wedding between Alabast and Babel, right? Actually, I believe they're more in a state of divorce. Okay then, this event was supposed to be their remarriage ceremony. I suppose you could call it that. So, just to be sure, this isn't related to it. I don't think it's that flower over there. It's not really clear. Although... so maybe it's related to that? Since there's the thing on the right? Huh. Why do I feel like we're on the right track but we're not? Oh! Look! Here it is, and it's missing that one piece on it, too.
Eureka!
Babel's national symbol is the flower. It would appear that someone is employing the old hide a tree in a forest trick. What are you mumbling to yourself about? Wait, what? The handle on this knife. Ah! Yes, it's the handle that was supposed to be on the blade that killed Mr. Coachen. The weapon that killed him was carried through the Theatrum Neutralis, in the very bouquet Ambassador Alba was carrying. So he had the murder weapon on him. The flower motif. It looks like one of the flower petals is missing. Oh, and take a look at the weapon itself. It's missing the exact same petal. Then the knife in this photo is most definitely the same as the murder weapon. You can see the Babelese embassy, which is undergoing major renovations. From room expansions to garden upkeep, it looks like a lot of construction is going on. Mr. Palaeno said that all this work is really hard on him. He said that since Mr. Coachen passed away, then maybe I could work part-time for him. She got really chummy with that ambassador. What can I say? I just have a really good nose for money. If there's anything else. I see. Maybe he doesn't want us to look into that? Nope. I don't think any of this stuff goes together. It's a backdrop they used in the Steel Samurai stage show today. I loved the climax of that show. Steel Samurai Sushi Slash. That was the first time I'd seen that special move. But, well, the Jammin' Ninja stage show's climax was much better, of course. Oh, is that a fact? That scene where he sang for Princess Mizola and gave her those hair sticks? I could totally feel love there in my heart. Perhaps the Jammin' Ninja is just more popular with female audiences. Just want to make sure I didn't miss something here. Nope, I got it. Yes? Agitated Alba. Mr. Edgeworth, if we don't pay attention, Ambassador Alba is going to get away. Yes, I know. Now hurry up and do that swing thing you always do. I have no idea what you were talking about. What, you don't? Oh, come on, you know what I'm talking about, that thing you do. Are you talking about logic? Yes, that's it, so hurry up and let's swing already. Alright. To be honest, it's been a bit hard to connect everything up until now by just looking. Well, I should be able to piece things together if I take another look at my leads. Perhaps now is the time to use logic and reason, my way to the truth. These are the leads. I'm so confused. What? We know that the counterfeit bills were printed using the embassy's press, but the necessary material, such as the Babyliss ink and paper, must have been hidden in a secure location. But what do you think would have happened if the renovation had begun? Well, he probably had to find a better hiding place or get rid of all of it. Right, so we can assume that the renovation was the cause of the plate and bills disposal, and the reason Mr. Coachen was killed as the ringleader of the smuggling operation. Based on what we know, who do you think was the one with the most to gain? Who had the most to gain?
Mr. Coachen.
I guess Alba.
Who's Colias?
The other ambassador.
Because we call him by his last name.
Ah. It's the one person who has been erasing all evidence of the smuggling operation from both embassies, the co-conspirator who is mopping up Ambassador Alba. Ambassador Alba had a very strong motive to kill Manny Coachen. The cause of Ambassador Alba's agitation, the rotten treasure we may find, and the motive for killing Mr. Coachen. Miss Hughes said it herself that she didn't kill anyone tonight. If we were to take her words at face value, then the reason for the ambassador's nervousness can only be one thing. He didn't want us to discover the real circumstances under which Mr. Coachen was killed. Then you mean Ambassador Alba is the real killer. But I thought the two of them were friends. Maybe they were, but what if Mr. Coachen was the one who first betrayed their friendship? Oh, I get it. Wasn't Mr. Coachen pushing really hard for Mr. Palaeno to be ambassador after the reunification? Yes, and that was the real reason why he wanted to steal Alabast's Permaduck statue. So Mr. Coachen hired Damas II to go steal it for him. When Ambassador Alba found out what he was up to, he killed Mr. Coachen. It is definitely a possibility at this point. Those two really were thinking of no one but themselves. But the question now is, how did he do it? Ambassador Alba was in Alabast. But Mr. Coachen's body was discovered in Babel, right? Right, and that is what we must solve next. I believe we now understand why Ambassador Alba was so nervous and agitated. And next time, we may be able to figure it all out.
Like I sit down, my eyes get heavy.
Yeah, you got tired really fast. It's kind of pathetic, but yeah, I know.